Sanford Stadium in Athens. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Georgia Bulldogs. Restate the State Powell again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Sooners ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense...
And he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldog. They strike first.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Deep in the end zone, it's Thomas. Drills him with the stiff arm. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Blaylock. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to the well. Good, strong tackle.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Escapes the pressure to his right. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. Here he goes. Touchdown, Sooners. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Pass to 6. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldog! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Might as well run him again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Got an alley. Could be an alley. The 40. At the 20. He's at the 10. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Finds a man in the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it. And gets a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot. It takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Ash. Finds his target down the middle. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great catch and run for 6. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Becker. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. On the run, it's Blaylock. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Delay to the back. It's Blaylock. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Fresh center downs going to the air. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
From the gun, it's Robinson.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add them down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Right side, it's Becker. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Washington. Jukes his way for more. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Sells to fake. Throws to the tight end. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame they are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Sooners headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped.
Just a D-ball, I guess.
motion from the wide receiver. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense.
Well, we just gonna play the game like I'm up 7, or how we gonna do that?
And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you've just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Blaylock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Washington. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking the shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical.
Continues to fight for yards. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Second and long here. This time they'll throw it. Makes the grab over the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Caught on the RPO. Turning it on. The 20. He smashes his way through again. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Fitted in the window for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Sooners ready to go on offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Finds his man. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up the few. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Becker. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. No huddle offense to the line.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Out across the 45, and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Rid of it on the RPO. Got room at the 35. It's a seam wide open. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Looking to throw again. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give, running right, it's Frazier. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4.
Touchdown, Dogs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the point after is good. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Washington. Right side, it's Becker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Going over the top. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Picked off! What a play by this defense. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense putting points on the board.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! And down he goes.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. On target over the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws to the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at Utah taking on the Wyoming Cowboys. And it's the Utes looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Is the Heat giving him some kind of mirage and he thought he saw 4th down someplace? It's not 4th down, and the punt team's on the field. Secures it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. At the 45 on his way. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
On first down, Nate Frazier breaks into the open. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that.
Makes the grab in their space. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Stepping to the right. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Delayed handoff. It's Frazier. There he goes. Got enough for the first down. Touchdown, Bulldog. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Blaylock.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
To the air, it's Washington. Moving out to the right. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but you've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Wide receiver comes in motion. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He uncorks one deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Nice.